Welcome to Bracket Bastard, the podcast. Take bracket of 32, 64, 128 or more, and banter our way down to a winner. I am your lovely host this week. We also have the audience, and we also have a wonderful person coming back to the show. She's been on a journey of beautification as always, and that is Bubbles. Bubbles, how you doing today this week? You're
I
lovely.
am doing very well. I'm so glad to be able to be on today. I'm here. I am here, and we are spooky, and we are going to have a great time.
Bubbles and I, of course, are celebrating Halloween this week, and we are going to be talking about. I call it Family Fright Night. That's what it is. We were talking about Halloween movies, Halloween themed movies ish. I say that ish appropriately, and you'll find out during the show. Of movies that you can actually watch with a varied ages of kids under the age of 18. So, because some of these are, as the kids say, are a little sus. But before we get to that, there's lifelines. Number one is Pass the Parcel. Today's Pass the Parcel goes to Cheyenne. Cheyenne ranked all of these 1 through 32. I have them written on my board, so it should be a lot easier for me to look up. Gave me little notes, but I do have them written down as well. You can use Pass the Parcel if anytime during the show you want to give your vote away to Cheyenne. You're more than welcome to, because there's only two of us on the screen, but three of us voting. It's a multiple time use, but you can only use it up to and including the quarterfinal round. Anything in the semifinals, third place, or the finals, you are not allowed to use it. Same thing applies for Steal a Vote. Instead of giving your vote away to Cheyenne, you are allowed to steal either the audience's or the other person's on the screen's vote as well. One time during the show only, and of course, you have to do it during your turn. And again, have to be before that particular time period. The only other one that we have on here is, of course, blowing your load. And what blowing your load is, if you're one of the first ones to go and don't want to be one of the first ones to go, blow your load. This means you're going last. If somebody else blows the load after you, you are no longer going last. You're going directly before them, and so on and so forth. And again, if you blow your load, you'll hear this sound.
Oh!
And since we got the moaning commences, that's the best way to start the show. I start us off. We either have Frankenweenie or Young Frankenstein. I I am a Mel Brooks fan. I am. I have said it multiple times. We had a Mel Brooks versus Kevin Smith bracket last year ish, I believe, and it was a fun trip. Young Frankenstein, however, is not one of my favorite Mel Brooks movies. Not even in the top five. I'm just saying. Frankenweenie, however, was a dud. I do appreciate the theory, because it's never actually been proven, that Nightmare Before Christmas, Frankenweenie, and uh, Corpse Bride, I believe, are all in the same universe, in the same timeline. It's the same dog and person, just not uh, not exactly in the same story. So I appreciate that one. So I'm going to start off the show, and I'm going to give my vote to the audience in this situation. And it looks like between Young Frankenstein and Frankenweenie, it is a 6 spot difference for Cheyenne. Uh, with Young Frankenstein, and she writes. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to give the information, but it is a 6 spot difference off of that one. So Cheyenne gets my vote. Cheyenne is voting for Young Frankenstein. Audience, by the way, in a 12 vote difference, is also going for Young Frankenstein. So Bubbles, is it Young Frankenstein or Frankenweenie?
Honestly, I'm going against the current, and I am voting for Frankenweenie. And it is specifically for the reason that you had stated, is like that fan theory. I totally dig it. However, that this is about as far as my vote will probably go on this one, because I agree. Frankenweenie definitely was not my favorite, and I really struggled watching the whole thing all the way through. But I did make it, luckily. So Frankenweenie is my vote.
2-1, Young Frankenstein moves on to the next round. The audience starts us off on this one. Audience, it is either the Halloween Tree or Spirited Away. In a 2 vote difference and an upset in my eyes, Halloween Tree ended up getting that one. So it gets that particular vote. Bubbles, is it Halloween Tree or Spirited Away?
Um, I don't think I've seen the Halloween tree, but I have seen Spirited Away, and that will be my vote.
Which means that it is a tie-breaking decision coming down to me. I'm with you. I've never seen Halloween Tree. Halloween Tree was a submission from an audience member on Bracket Bastards, the audience vote. Because when I originally put up this tournament, I wanted people to make sure that their picks were mentioned, and Halloween Tree was something that I never had on my original list. So I made sure to put it on there. Spirited Away. Uh, Spirited Away is a beautiful movie. I'm not. I am not an anime fan. I'm just not. I've never gotten the point of it. There's a couple I call them cartoons, but there's a couple of animes that I actually do like, but as a whole, it's not my thing. But since I've never seen Halloween Tree, I got to go for Spirited Away on this one as well. Cheyenne, by the way, Frankenweenie was number 15, and Halloween Tree was number 30 off of her list. So we can get those off the board. Bubbles starts us off. Bubbles. Is it Coraline or Casper?
Oh, what the fuck, Freddie? This is way too early. I love both of these movies, and this is some bullshit. Is it okay?
I can tell you one thing. There is a wide, wide difference with Cheyenne.
Okay, so I do love Coraline. And I know that my Mr. Bubbles does not particularly like that kind of animation, and so he doesn't really like it. And I also absolutely love Casper because, I mean, like, obvious reasons. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go with Casper on this, and it will be Mr. Bubbles' persuasion that had got me to this answer, and it still hurts my little heart.
Well, before I go, I'm going to give the audience a vote. It was a four vote difference in the situation, and Coraline ended up getting that particular vote. However, I'm with Bubbles on this one. I'm a fan of Casper. I love the humor in the movie. We just redid it for the recasting call for the month of October. It is out now. You can probably go check that out. My good friend Donna, who has been on this show before, was the third person for that particular one as well. But I love the humor. I love the majority of the actors involved as well. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
super mad because we were recasting the ghost, and I'm sitting there going like, you know what, Brad Garrett has an excellent voice for this, and it turns out Brad Garrett was actually one of the ghosts. I was super mad because I had an entire the task was because we only have five recastings on the recasting call. That's what.
Mm-hmm.
But for Casper, we needed to put all three ghosts in there. So we put all three ghosts in there as one character spot. But since it was a special occasion, we had to add a special rule, and it was one of those things like these three people playing the three ghosts have to be connected in some way. So either the same TV show, it ended up being the same commercial, but that's what I'm going to leave you on that one and have you go check that one out. Coraline. Coraline is labeled a kids movie.
So creepy, though.
I don't know how it is. Why?
Because they don't swear in the movie, they don't exactly have most obvious adult jokes. Um, it is so creepy, though. It is definitely a very scary. But my kids love it too.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
except for the button eyes. Like my daughter, she out it like she's not big on nightmares, but that is something that she's like, Mom, I can't have button eyes. Like, make sure that nobody sews buttons in my eyes. I can't see.
there's
And
a I just started. I've been reading a book from it's one of the Nightmare Before Christmas books uh, about Sally and her story and everything else as well.
Oh, I feel like hers is
And
really sad.
it's not. I mean, it is, but this story that I'm involved right now because it has to do with like the Sandman and other uh, situations and stuff like that. So I appreciate it. But before you get divulged too far, I'm gonna go for Casper in this situation. And I was super mad that Casper did not make it out of round one when it came to the audience vote. So this is for me, audience. 2-1. Casper moves on to the next round. Casper by the sorry Coraline by the way was number 3 for Cheyenne, so we knocked off one of her top competitors off of this one.
Whoa.
For me, next up, it is either It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, or Hotel Transylvania. I'm an Adam Sandler fan. You guys know this, but I'm also a huge Peanuts fan, and the trifecta of uh, It's a Great Pumpkin, the Christmas movie, and the entire Valentine's Day situation is like a perfect trilogy of cartoon movies. Even Garfield didn't get that far. He did have Garfield had a good trilogy, but nowhere near as far as the entire Peanut trilogy. So I'm gonna go for It's a Great Pumpkin off of this one. Audience, it's also gonna go for Great Pumpkin off and hit this one on in a 42 vote difference. So really, really large difference off of this one. It's a Great Pumpkin. It's another one. Bubbles, Great Pumpkin, or Hotel Transylvania.
Oh, it's definitely the Great Pumpkin for me. Like, I am also an Adam Sandler fan, and I do like Hotel Transylvania, but I feel like the Great Pumpkin is absolutely classic, and it's one like we'll read the story with the kids, like we'll read the Peanut story and we'll watch the movie. And my mother-in-law absolutely loves Peanuts as well, so this is definitely an easy vote for me.
It's a Great Pumpkin gets the third vote, knocking out Hotel Transylvania, which is number 17 on Shy's list off of that one. Next up, audience starts us off. Audience, it is either Adam's Family Values or Corpse Bride. And a one vote difference for the audience goes on this one. It is Corpse Bride by one for them. So Bubbles, Corpse Bride or Adam's Family Values.
I love Corpse Bride, and again, that like the idea of all of them being in the same timeline is awesome. But I like Morticia and Gomez so much better. Their romance, top freaking notch. Adam's Family.
Okay, which means tie-breaking decision coming down to me. I I'm a firm belief that Adam's Family Values, that particular movie, Adam's Family Values, is not a Halloween movie. It's dark, it's dreary, and everything else, but it's not. It's a Thanksgiving movie at best. So uh, I can't go for Adam's Family Values. Corpse Bride is. I once officiated a wedding where they did the entire wedding scene. They didn't dress like them, which I thought was really cool, but uh, they spoke the words from the wedding scene in Corpse Bride, and only like a selection of people in the audience caught the reference.
Oh,
And it was they told me beforehand, and I would have caught it because again I'm a fan of the movie, but I'm sitting there going like that has got to be one of the coolest couples that I've ever had the privilege of officiating their wedding. It's fucking great. Corpse Bride gets my vote, gets to win. Adam Family Values for Shy off this situation was number 4. So 2 out of her top 5s are out in round 1. Bubbles starts this one off. Bubbles. Is it Nightmare Before Christmas or Wallace and Gromit Curse of the Were Rabbit?
it's Nightmare Before Christmas. That one was easy.
Gets a vote. I'm going to go for Nightmare Before Christmas as well. Short of The Princess Bride is one of my top 5 movies. Uh, Course of the Were Rabbit. I'm a fan of Wallace and Gromit. It's such a weird way of doing things. It's claymation, but it's more Gumby than Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes.
So, and there's a vast difference between the spectrum of what claymation can do.
Oh yeah. I like the Wallace and Gromit, and I like the claymation. I like it for Nightmare Before Christmas. I am cool with, and I know how much work that goes into that. I have
Mm-hmm.
not done it personally, but I've watched people do it, and I'm like, look, that's a lot, and I have a respect for that.
And that's it's stop motion too, which means
Mm-hmm.
there's what I think like 8 frames a second. I think there's 8 frames a second, and the movie is like an hour and a half long. So having to repose it all the time, it's just, I mean, good on you there, boo. Hmm.
Right.
On the flip side of that, when the audience is voting, it says Night Before Christmas, and a 30 vote difference off of this one gets their vote, which means it goes 3 and out. Curse of the Were Rabbit for Shy is number 31, and this is something she actually spoke about. She says um, she absolutely hates Wallace and Gromit. So we're on other sides off of that one.
Shy, I love your comment on it. It's absolute.
Okay, so that was audience started that one off. So Bubble starts this one off. Um, yeah, Bubble starts this one off. Is it Ghostbusters or Where the Wild Things Are?
And it's the original Ghostbusters?
Number one. Yeah, I wouldn't put the female version into it, and I think the updated version of it is too new to hold its own with some of the movies that we have in here.
Oh yeah, you just can't go wrong with the like OGs on it. Um it was Ghostbusters and
Where the Wild Things Are.
is that is that a
I
Halloween?
don't consider it a Halloween movie, but it did have to do with monsters, which I think is why it was on the list.
I love Where the Wild Things Are as a story, and I don't think I've seen the movie.
Not good.
Not good. Okay, well then
Not
I'm
good.
not upset about my I love the story. I
Story's great.
absolutely love the story, but I am going to go ahead and we will go with my brain just stopped working the first one.
Ghostbusters.
There we go, Ghostbuster. I don't know why I was like, oh, can't think of it, but it just stopped.
I'm gonna go with Ghostbusters off this one as too, especially for a Halloween movie as well. It Where the Wild Things Are. The book, the storyline itself are beautiful. The artwork in the book is beautiful. The storyline itself is absolutely fantastic. There was so much. I think the issue was there was so much promise for the movie because you have such a rich trove to pull from, but there was so much CGI in the movie, bad CGI in the movie, that it just didn't. It brought you out of it than what it could have been. So um, that's my personal problem with it. You're allowed to make your own decisions, as always. Ghostbusters gets the vote. Ghostbusters gets the audience vote as well. 32 vote difference off of that one. 3 and out though. Uh, Cheyenne on the flip side of that one. Number 25, Where the Wild Things Are, gets eliminated in that one. Last up, I feel I'm missing one. I am. No, I just didn't write it up. That's what it was. Okay. See, I'm already messed up.
It's okay. You know what? It's a Sunday afternoon.
I know.
We're just trying to keep it easy breezy.
Hmm. Well, with that, I'm gonna go to the cover girl in this situation, and we're gonna go Bubbles, Pooh's? Is it Pooh's Huffalump movie?
You start this one.
No, I gotta keep up on where I'm at.
Oh,
So,
okay.
um, is it Pooh's Huffalump movie or Muppets Haunted Mansion?
Okay, I don't feel like the Huffalump movie is a Halloween movie. I understand why kids are afraid of like Huffalumps and Woozles, um, or Heffalumps and Woozles. I get that, but I don't feel it's Halloween, so I am gonna go ahead and um, I don't know why I keep forgetting the other one. I'm like, I start talking about it and forget about it.
You're just trying to keep it breezy. That's what you're doing.
That's it. That's exactly it.
Muppets Haunted Mansion.
There we go. Muppets Haunted Mansion. I mean, you can never go wrong with the Muppets, first off. And Haunted Mansion, absolutely. Put them together and it was so much fun. I love the Muppets. I am definitely a big Muppets fan. So,
Muppets get to vote off of that one. Uh, I I I'm gonna go. It's gonna be a pity vote in the end, but I'm gonna go for Pooh off situation because the Muppets are absolutely saints. I agree with you in that sentiment, but I'm a Winnie the Pooh kid. Sorry, not sorry. And I'm almost 40 years old and still don't. I still don't fuck with Huffalumps and Woozles. No, like that's don't even bring that to the
I
table.
I still remember the Winnie Pooh movie at when first seeing that, like I remember having vivid dreams about it and being so afraid of the Heffalumps and Woozles coming in. Like I do
Well,
remember that.
I think the problem was, and this is why nightmares suck. In general, this is why nightmares suck. This is why Freddy Krueger is probably one of the worst villains in the horror franchise because a majority of the things out there, you have to stumble on. You have to be in entire situation where you either have to open a Pandora's box, you have to be on a haunted house, you have to go to a cabin in the woods, whatever. Freddy Krueger is one of those things that the only way to avoid Freddy Krueger is not to sleep. You can't do that.
Right? Because after day 3, you're nuts.
Yeah, you're gonna fall asleep eventually, no matter what. That's just what it is. So it is quite literally a completely unavoidable situation. That's why nightmares, much like the entire Huffalumps, suck so much because it is what it is. So tie-breaking decision coming down to the audience, and a 9-vote difference. However, goes with Bubbles. It is Muppets.
I love the distaste in your mouth from it is Muppets.
Muppets. No, Shy went that way too. Uh, Pooh for Cheyenne was number 27. Number 27 is off the board, off of that one. We have the first 8 going into the round of 16. We'll be right back right after this break. I probably shouldn't drink root beer during this show. I keep wanting to burp.
Honestly, I wouldn't feel if you're rude if you did.
Not on camera. Like I gotta.
Not on camera. I'm like, if you need to burp right now since we're on a break, this would be that edit point. Like,
The video still goes out in full video.
okay.
And I'm one of those people too that I almost made myself sick last night by doing this because I was talking to my daughter on video call and didn't want to just burp. So I burped, but I let it go. I burped quietly, which means I let it go through my nose instead of my mouth. But the sweetness from the root beer just hit my nose and it made it burn. So I opened my mouth because the noise is already done by that point,
Uh-huh.
and it came back out. But it's warm, sweet root beer mixed with pizza sub that I had at Jimmy John's like an hour before that. Yeah, I was sitting there on my phone, like camera wise, for kind of what it was now, and I'm like, mm, fuck, what
Oh,
just happened? I'm like, no, don't worry about it.
oh,
It was I didn't throw up. Nothing came up, nothing else.
right, but that acid reflux is
No,
still on.
it wasn't even that. It was the taste.
Oh,
It was they Jimmy John's has a new toasted subs, but I don't like stuff toasted. I never have. It's a texture issue for me. Same thing with tapioca pudding. I love the flavor of tapioca pudding. I can't stand the texture of it.
it's
Just
fair enough.
what it is. Um, so so I ate it cold type thing. It tasted fine. But it was cold pizza, cold sauce, everything else. So you have that flavoring with room temperature root beer. Yeah, so it was an awkward flavoring.
I bet that does
Yeah.
not sound tasty.
No.
Oh my gosh, so I used to have acid reflux so bad before I had my gastric bypass surgery
Mhm.
that it didn't matter what I ate, like that reflux came up. So I just got to a point where like I'm like, well, I'm only going to eat things that are not going to be super gross if it comes back. Like cuz I mean, I got tired of my favorite food being ruined.
Mhm.
Um but yeah, no, like now that I've had the surgery, like it sucks because I legitimately cannot up, like I can't get anything up. So even when I have the flu, like I'm just sitting there, I have all of the like the muscles and the motions of it, but physically nothing can come back up. So I'm just stuck there. And of course, the day that you don't do it in front of a toilet is the day something's going to actually come up and happen and be all over the place. So if you got to be by the toilet, like that's inevitable. But yeah, so like it's really weird as far as like the difference. But as gross as this sounds, I used to love KFC because it tastes the same the second time around.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor, but could be.
Uh, KFC has this Mountain Dew flavor that is for KFC. By the way, it's I think it's called Sweet Lightning.
I think I saw that. It's like a purple color.
No, it's a peach Mountain Dew.
Is it?
It's peach, like the the fruit peach, and
Which
it
one
is.
has a purple Mountain Dew? Because there's one that has a
Uh,
colored one out right now, and it looks good, but I can't drink it.
I think it's Applebee's.
It might be it.
It's either purple or blue.
And I'm going to give snaps to Mountain Dew for not offering these everywhere either. Like, you have to go to specific locations for
No,
these.
fuck
What?
that. Do you know
How?
how far? Do you know how far I have to drive to go to a KFC? The only time I get to go to a KFC is when I am way out of town.
I forget that small town problems.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
goodness.
what's worse about this is that you have towns. Not only that, but I have friends over in like the UK, stuff like that. You can't ship soda. By the way, you can't. You are not allowed to ship soda through the mail because it is considered an explosive.
Uh, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it, but how they get soda over there. I think they have to ship the syrup and have the containers over there to for the entire CO2 for like American soda, but you just can't get bottled soda like that unless it's bottled over there.
That's
So
wild.
there's some certain American flavors you can't get over there. Granted, there's also some British flavors that you can't get here either. So I mean, to each their own. But I've had British soda. I'd much rather have American. Anyway, before I became the podcaster, I never imagined that all of those requests for 5-star reviews actually mattered. I was very wrong about that, but being the bastards that we are, we're not going to expect you to give up those 5 stars with nothing in return. But I'll trade you for it. If you send us a letter, a question, or anything else you need necessary, along with those 5 stars, will not only give you a shout out on the show, but will read your submission live on air. We like to call this our Thank You to Review. If you want to be part of this Thank You to Review, part of the Thank You to Review crew, you can send it to Bracket, BRACKETTY, the number 2 and R, at yahoo.com to get it in. It does not only work for this show, but it also works if you want to be a guest on any of the shows on the ABC podcast channel. I have that written down and I need to because out of all the times I've read that, I still can't get that right off the top of my head. Today's letter comes from Mitch.
Hi, Mitch.
Dear Bastards, I love the recent content and guests. Keep it up. Signed, Mitch Cy. Uh, CY, which I thought was still kind of cool. My question, if you can, what are your Halloween plans? Bubbles is all dressed up today in Halloween lore. I got some Nightmare Before Christmas stuff on, but Bubbles, what are your Halloween plans this year?
Well, as many of you guys know, I am a mom. So, of course, I'm going to be out trick or treating on Halloween. We have already started our trick or treating dress up adventures. As of last night, we did our first trunk or treat of the season. I am also all about let's get all of the candy. Although I do share my kids' candy, I definitely am not the parent that just says, "Here, put it all in the bowl," and then we secretly eat it. I definitely always hated that as a kid, so I just go to my kids now and say, "Hey, can I have X, Y, and Z?" And they're usually pretty good about just giving it. So I'm excited for that. Um, and then, of course, when we get home, I will have some hot chocolate and everything ready. And we're also going to have like my nephews, and we bring just a whole bunch of like kids over to do trick or treating in our neighborhood as well, because we have a bunch of older people that like to spoil the kids on Halloween. So they always have these giant bags of candy by the time they get home.
I got the flip side of that one actually. We don't celebrate Halloween here. I don't have anything against Halloween. This town has nothing against Halloween. Um, Religiously, spiritually, anything else. So there's no issue with Halloween. However, we live on an extremely busy street, and there's just no kids around. So uh, it's more, and we're in Iowa, where right now it's like 70 degrees outside, which is great. 2 weeks from now or a week from now, when Halloween hits, it's going to be in the 40s. It's just so
That just seems like an excuse because I have the same weather here. We have
yeah.
been stuck in like a rainstorm. We finally just stopped. It just stopped raining like 2 days ago here. And my tomatoes are still alive, surprisingly, but it's probably because I had them covered from the sun in the summer.
But so what we do is that we get our youngest, because our two oldest, they really don't dress up, and I tell them if they are gonna dress up, one, they're either paying for their own costume, or they're making their costume because they have the ability to do that now. And I have a sewing machine right here, so if you need anything fixed or fondled, just let me know and I'll do what I can. But our youngest is 6, so he gets a costume, usually store bought, for his all this school stuff. And if there's anything, like if we have friends or stuff that wants to do it, um, we may stop off at a couple relatives' house just so they can do it and take pictures and stuff like that. But realistically, when all is done, the day after Halloween, I get a note from both the kids, and I buy them 2 bags of candy each because it's half price Halloween candy day.
Exactly. That's
So they still get a buttload of candy. They don't have to wear a couple layers of clothes just to continue to get in and out of the car. Also, it's kind of dangerous traffic wise just to keep doing that, because especially around here. So
yeah. No, your situation makes sense. You're in a smaller area where I have like a larger area. community. Like we have very little traffic out here, so being able to just kind of like send our kids out to go and do that, like we still follow them around,
Yeah.
but like it's just a little bit more safe.
See, that's one of the reasons that I've always wanted to live on like a cul-de-sac type area. We don't. We live on the main Dragon Town. Like we're sandwiched in between pretty much a church and a Mexican restaurant and a whole bunch of old people that don't like kids, or at least don't like our kids because they're just not around. So, and my kids aren't really outside kids anyway.
That's okay.
So it's just but we try to make it as fun as we can.
Yeah.
Halloween Halloween for me is catching up on Halloween episodes and movies that I've always enjoyed as kids and even some of the adults. I know the Hallmark Channel is known for their Christmas movies, but Hallmark Channel also has some decent Halloween stuff going on as well. So if you're looking for just like background noise that you can pop in and out and you know exactly what's happening all the time because every Hallmark movie is the same damn thing.
By the way, Hallmark's not a sponsor, but could be.
Oh, I guarantee they're not going to sponsor this fucking show. Content alone. They listen to this. It's like, no, your show's great. You just say the word fuck way too much.
Well, maybe MTV, and then it'll just be filled with a beep, 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 beep.
I'm gonna do that one of these days. We're gonna have a really explosive show, and I'm going to edit it, and then every curse word that comes up, I'm gonna put a bleep. I'm gonna put a beep in there, or a different soundbite. Probably the entire bandit going "Oh biscuits," which is what I use at the end of the show for when for the stuff that didn't make it to the show, but I still thought it was funny, so it makes it to the end of the show, kind of a bonus content. That's what I use for a soundbite to separate those clips. So every time somebody swears or says something naughty, I'll go ahead and put that soundbite there. So it was just like,
Oh,
what the biscuits type thing.
that would be great. I love that. Let's make it happen.
We're gonna have to get one where people are just either really pissed or just flying off the handle the entire time. But I'll do a dirty version and a clean version of the show. Same show, just bleeping out parts. But no, that's what we do. Growing up, we we went to grandparents' houses and stuff like that. We had corn mazes and hayrack rides and pumpkin stuff. My wife too. She is allergic to um, non-processed foods. They do that, so like you can't just have like a fresh pumpkin. But if it's canned pumpkin, she's fine. I
That's
know.
so different. Like
It,
that's like
it's
really
it's
backwards.
it's super weird. Uh, so but that's what it. That's also why when my son wants a banana, he he has to go get the banana and bring it to me instead of bringing it to her because she'll break out and shit. So, but that's another reason we don't do it because my wife, who is more of the family person, can't really do stuff like that
Yeah.
either as well. So it's a situational thing. I do support all Halloween activities. Again, this is not a religious thing. I also know that Halloween activities were here long before religious activities were. So stuff it, Christians. Actually, realistically, Christians are pretty cool about it. Catholics are a bitch. That's it is what it is. Anyway, Mitch, I hope you're not Catholic. If you are, I apologize uh, for calling your religion out on that. Although majority of Catholics I know make fun of the religion just as much as anybody else does, so I'm not too terribly concerned about that. Uh, but I am happy to get your question. I'm glad that we got to answer it. I'm glad that you got to write in. If anybody else out there wants to be like Mitch, again, the email address is bracket. That is BRACKETTY, the number 2 and R at yahoo.com to get in.
Thank you, Mitch.
Uh, Welcome back for the second half of round one. It looks like Bubbles starts us off because we sitting here fixing my mistake is what we were doing. Bubbles, is it Clue or Goosebumps?
When we're talking about the Goosebumps movie with, oh gosh,
I think it was Jack Black.
I think it was as the dad.
Yeah.
I
Although
don't
there's a
think
there's a TV show with David Schwimmer in it though.
Yeah, I just saw that come up on my recommended for me on my Disney Plus. So
Mm.
I've debated putting it on for the kids since it just happens to be that time of the year.
I
I've not seen Clue though. So is it good?
It's
Because
great.
that was a very disappointed look.
We're I'm disappointed you haven't seen it. We're doing Clue for recasting call next year. So since you haven't seen it, I recommend you do the one. You be the third person on that one as well. Because
Should I
and I'm
remain not seeing it and just
no
recast it?
no no.
Guys?
I would watch it. Clue's a good movie.
Okay.
Clue has Tim Curry as the main character in it, and it's. Have you ever played the game Clue at all?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
that's exactly what the movie is. It's a who done it, but it's a comedy as well. And at the end of the movie, they never tell you who actually did it. Okay, what they do is that they play the same scene 8 times because there's like eight characters in the entire thing. They play the scene 8 times, but every time it's a different outcome. Uh,
Oh.
so you just see different parts of it. It's really cool and it's super funny. When I was a kid, I didn't like it. Now I'm an adult. It's much better. Granted, I was also in theater and I know how a lot of stuff works backstage. So I would recommend that one as well. But yeah, Clue is going to be a movie that we're doing on the recasting call probably next October for Halloween.
Okay.
So there's that. Clue or Goosebumps?
I'm gonna go ahead and go with Goosebumps. Personally, I did like the TV show when I was a kid much better than the movie. I don't know if anybody else remembers those, but I think those are also on Disney Plus now. Um, Disney Plus is not a sponsor, but could be. But so I am going to go ahead and go with Goosebumps on this one, and I just happen to love the Goosebumps books immensely as well.
I I'm hoping as far as Disney Plus goes, because apparently they are getting rid of Hulu. I don't know how that works because there's a Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN deal, but there's a lot of stuff that's on Hulu that has been moved to Disney Plus. So I'm hoping everything on Hulu gets moved to Disney Plus because there's some stuff that I don't get to watch anymore because we don't have Hulu anymore.
Right.
So, which is really weird because I should get it because where I work allows me to choose either Paramount Plus or um, Peacock for a free service type thing, and I pay for both of them currently. So I
Right.
should just do that and get rid of so just use their service and then pay for Hulu instead, and that way I can have all three. But
I was upset when I saw that they were offering a year's worth of like the Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN bundle for like $2.99, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, bro, I'm paying $15 for this shit,
yeah, no.
and I only have Disney. Like, I feel as far as like marketing wise, I feel maybe they should probably be a little bit kinder to their loyal customers that have had it since day one. Hint, hint, Disney Plus.
Well, we get we get Disney Plus free through Verizon because my wife has a Verizon account that is actually through her mom because her mom writes off her phone bill because of
Mhm.
work.
Yeah.
So um, we get Disney Plus for free. By the way, for anybody out there, since we're talking about this and talking about the book, Goosebumps, there the um, there's an app called Scholastic, like the Scholastic book fairs, that they have all of the Magic School Bus episodes, uh, Clifford, uh, and among some other stuff. But they also have the entire Goosebumps series. So
Like
and
the OG old ones.
yep,
Like
and
do, do,
it's
do.
free, which is like my third favorite F word.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. Preceded by fucking food, by the way. But just saying.
I feel
Uh,
like the three should just automatically go together.
I mean, there's there's a couple doctors that would probably disagree with that, but I'm gonna go for Clue on this entire situation. The audience in a 20 vote difference is also gonna go for Clue in this one. I think we've talked about it enough. It's not really gonna be an issue. Clue moves on 2-1 to the next round. I start the next one off. It is going to be it's a Disney matchup, and I start this one off. It is either going to be Coco or Monsters Incorporated. I like Monsters Incorporated, don't get me wrong, but the only thing Halloween about it is the fact that they are monsters. Nothing else involving Halloween. Coco, on the flip side of that one, 100% Halloween.
Yeah.
So, morally, it would be wrong of me to vote for Monsters Incorporated over Coco. And to be perfectly honest, I think Coco is a better movie. So, yeah, I'm going to go for Coco in this situation. Audience, flip side, is going to go for Monsters Inc. in a 26 vote difference off of that one. So, Bubbles, this tie breaking decision, is it Coco or Monsters Incorporated?
I am going to be honest. It was harder for me to jump on the Coco board than it was for me to for the Monsters Inc. Like I loved Monsters Inc. instantly, whereas it took me a little bit more time to appreciate Coco. Although Coco is very heartfelt, meaningful, and like as far as like watching, maybe it's just because it like hit all of the emotions, whereas Monsters Inc. was more of just that fun. But I do agree with Freddie. I don't think Monsters Inc. outside of the fact that they are just monsters is a Halloween movie. And so I will have to go with Coco on this one.
You almost broke my heart on that one there, Bubbles. I'm like, how could you? By the way, Monsters Inc. for Cheyenne is number 13 off the board, and Goosebumps, number 21 off the board as well. Audience starts us off. It is either Book of Life or Monster House. Audience is going for Monster House in this situation. Bubbles, Monster House, or Book of Life.
You know what? I actually agree with the audience on this one. Um, I started watching the Book of Life. I don't think I finished it. So again, it was one of those like I tried watching it and it didn't grasp my attention enough to like finish it. So Monster House on the other hand, I love that movie and that's when I actually that was on the schedule this evening to watch. So
Um, I'm gonna go for Monster House as well in this situation. It's gonna be a sweep going across the board. I've never seen Book of Life. I've never wanted to. I have a friend of mine, Lemons, who's been on this show in the past. Lemons doesn't complain about anything. He's a very, very happy go lucky guy. I've seen him in a bad mood twice in my entire life. This is also the guy that was the best man at my wedding as well. So we're close. The only one of the few times I've ever seen him mad, where he was almost about to choke a bitch, was on the phone, walking out of the movie Book of Life in theaters. The movie was that bad for him, at least. So I'm gonna take his word for it in the situation. Plus, the entire Monster House one, I love this movie. This movie is so funny. So funny. Plus,
Right?
one of my favorite parts of the entire thing, it's a girl house?
I
And
love the ugula scene, like them
yeah,
trying
that's what it
to.
is.
Oh, man, it's a good movie.
that was that was not meant for kids. Just saying, not meant for kids. Bubble starts us off. Oh, Book of Life, by the way, number 29 for Cheyenne. Bubble starts us off. Is it Twilight or Garfield's Halloween Adventure?
I am absolutely a Twilight kid, so that's my vote. Um, I don't know if I've seen the yeah, I think I have the Garfield's Halloween Adventure. I think I've seen it, and I think it's cute. And I'm aware that Twilight is not a Halloween movie
No.
outside of the fact that it's vampires. But excuse me, I love their glittery skin. Of course. I aspire to glitter in the sunlight as Edward and every other vampire does, and eventually I will find the perfect body glitter to do so. BT dubs, anybody out there that's listening in podcast land, if you make such body glitter that makes you glitter like a vampire, send it my way. I will be happy to try it and review.
We need to get you talking with David. David absolutely loves this movie too. So, in
Yeah.
fact, last episode, because it's been almost 2 weeks at this point, because we recorded it the Monday. We recorded it the Monday before it was meant to go out, and then so the very first day that we could have, and we're recording this one the very last day that we can. So it's almost 2 weeks. So about 2 weeks ago, Robert Pattinson, we did a Bob episode, and Robert Pattinson got a lot of flowers between everybody across the board because going from a movie that he absolutely hates, but he's will always be known for being Twilight, to playing Batman and doing Batman well
Yeah.
is.
And
I mean,
snaps to him too.
I'm not a DC fan, but uh, Batman is one of those things that I think was done quite well, especially by him. But I'm gonna go for Garfield's Halloween Adventure. This is totally a heart pick. This is one of those things I watch every single year around this time. I love this movie. It is super cute. It's awful in the sense of the same way that um that Power Rangers is.
But
Like,
it's so lovable.
it's so lovable. The quality of the movie is terrible. It it's terrible. There's bad jokes, there's bad sound quality, there's bad everything else. But uh and Power Rangers is the same way. Like, you can see the wires, you can see the bad quality and everything else. But you grew up with it, and it's just fun to watch. So I'm not gonna have Garfield's Halloween Adventure leave on a sweep in this situation. Twilight does move on.
I love that. Twilight moves on, but we can't have it in a sweep.
No. Cheyenne says 28 for Garfield's Halloween Adventure off of that one. Next up. I start this one off. It is going to be Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie, not the TV show, versus Hubie Halloween, which is another Adam Sandler Netflix movie. I can honestly say I have not seen either one of these, so I'm gonna give it to Shy off of this one, and Shy set in a 14 vote in a 14 spot difference, says Hubie Halloween off of this one. So audience says Buffy off of this one. So Bubbles, one, do you want to know who is facing in the next round?
Um, You know what? For the audience, let's go ahead. Let's say who it's going to face in the next round. But this one is probably going to be one of my throwaway ones because I don't really have much of a say for either of these movies.
Okay. Well, uh, for everybody out there involved, is whoever wins this, either Hubie Halloween or Buffy the Vampire Slayer, will be playing Corpse Bride in round two. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right. Whoever wins this is gonna face their
So,
fate.
me personally, I'm going to go ahead. I am going to I'm going to side with the audience on this one, and we will go with Buffy. I do like the TV show, but I don't think I've seen the movie either. Because the movie is not it's not clicking, but again, a lot of things are not clicking for me today.
Yeah,
So
it's not a good movie. Jamie swears by it though. Jamie loves the movie. I'm sitting there going like it's nowhere near good as the TV show, which I think is the reason why the movie sucks. Is because the TV show did it so much better. Much like the entire Percy Jackson series. The TV show for Percy Jackson is fantastic, but the movies
I
were
just
nowhere near as
started
good.
watching that, and I'm like, why haven't I found this before?
Yeah. Well, they're supposed to be doing a second season, but it's also been out for 3 years. So I don't know what these kids are going to look like by this point.
Yeah.
So Buffy moves on 2-1 to the next round. Hubie, by the way, is number 18 for Shy off of that one. Next up, uh, audience starts us off. Audience, it is either Gremlins or Hocus Pocus. In a 15 vote difference off of that one, Hocus Pocus gets that vote. Bubbles, Hocus Pocus or Gremlins?
Oh my god, fuck you, Freddie. I love the Gremlins. I think that I don't know why I love them so much, but I love little Gizmo. I wanted my own little Gizmo. I remember when Furbies first came out and they got sued because they looked too close to the Gremlins. Like, I remember all that. I remember Black Friday shopping and having one of those old school Furbies in my hands just for some old lady fucking crotchety old bitch to take it from me for me to scream in a store. And my mom, like, no, you can't scream like that, honey. And I'm like, she took my. I remember all of that, you know? I was a little wild when I was little, and then she like,
Yeah.
you can't do that. People are watching. Fuck them people. I'm gonna scream if I want. Jeez, these are both really good. I'm gonna go with Gremlins because I have a love for the little Gizmo, and they're wild and crazy, and my kids are also wild and crazy, and I call them my little Gremlins all the time.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna go for Hocus Pocus on this one.
I
As
know.
far as Halloween movies goes, it's Hocus Pocus. Gremlins is more of a Christmas movie.
You are absolutely correct on that. And I already know that Hocus Pocus is moving, but Gremlins needed a love.
Yeah, it's all right. I did the same thing for freaking Garfield. So Hocus, but the next round that matchup is going to be
A true fuck you, Freddie?
yes, probably. Bubbles starts us off on this one. Is it Freaky Friday or Halloween Town?
You know what? Freaky Friday is not a Halloween
Nope.
movie. So this one is actually a little bit easier. I do love Freaky Friday, the first one. I have not seen the second one. I want to. Um, but I am going to go with Halloween Town. That is my very first go-to Halloween movie when I start my like nightly. We have to watch at least one Halloween movie whenever I'm home, at least every day throughout the month of throughout the Halloween month. Like it's not even October; it's Halloween a whole month. So we do watch at least one Halloween movie, not episode, every day. And Halloween Town is my first. That's what we start with. So that's my.
I would recommend a Good Witch, the TV show, a Good Witch. Great. Um, It's going to be a trip, by the way. It's going to be 3-0 for Halloween Town off of this one. Audience, I vote for the audience, but the audience is in a 6-vote difference. Halloween Town gets to vote. Halloween Town, I think, is the first real movie connection to Halloween that kids get enjoying movies for themselves. That's not like a cartoon type thing. The type the type of people that go out there and actually watch movies to watch movies. Uh, it is Freaky Friday. I agree with you. It's not a Halloween movie. Somebody suggested it, and I'm like, well, I guess it does have the word freak in it, so that's Halloween-ish. And I have to feel there's a gnat right in my face. And I gotta fill a couple spots. So Freaky Friday got that one though. Halloween Town moves on 3-0. Well, facing another 3-0. And actually,
I
might
also follow the voice actor for Halloween, or the person that acts as Marnie for Halloween Town. Her and her like love interest in the second movie are actually married now. Super cool.
so Gremlins, by the way, for Shy ended up getting spot number 14. Freaky Friday, number 10 for Shy, and she wrote, the sequel was amazing.
Ooh.
So there you go.
There we go. That's all the recommendation that I need for it.
Last up, I start this one off. It is either Paranorman or Beetlejuice. I know I'm going to lose this, but I'm going to go for Paranorman on this situation. One, for the upcoming matchup, I think it'd be better. And two, I've never liked Beetlejuice. I don't, and I haven't seen the second one, but I've never liked it. It's just, it's like The Godfather. People give it so much hype, and then it's just, it's a movie. Not a particularly good movie. It's just a movie. It's like Twilight. It's a movie. Like, I'm not gonna go to the movie theaters and watch it again, but I may get bored one day at home and watch it. Type whatever, but it's just a movie. Like, there's nothing to be excited about. Paranorman, again, it's gonna lose. I'm not a fan of this movie either, but I appreciate it more than Beetlejuice to get my vote. Audience says Beetlejuice in a 19 vote difference off of this one. So Bubbles, is it Beetlejuice or Paranorman?
I think I feel the same about Paranorman as I do as Frankenweenie. Like if it was Frankenweenie versus Paranorman, I probably would have went with Paranorman over Frankenweenie. Um, However, unlike Freddie, I do enjoy Beetlejuice. I really like the first one. I've seen the second one, and I was not as big on it. Although I do like the twist that they put in there. I do like a good twist, like one where you didn't exactly see it coming, although the signs were really there. I know that sounds really weird, and like, so somebody who actually is like watching, they're like, oh yeah, no, that totally, like, they could probably figure it out super quick. Me personally, I watch the movie without looking for signs of anything, like, and just like, I'm like, oh, I like to be surprised. So I also like magic, so it kind of, I feel like, goes hand in hand. Um, so I am going to go with Beetlejuice on this one because I did enjoy the first one. It's one I would go to the movie theaters and watch, and I would probably dress up and be all fun with it as well.
Beetlejuice moves on, completing our Sweet 16. We'll be right back right after this break. We have no guest this week because we are both bastards. So we're not going to worry about that. I'll go ahead and throw in a guest spot or guest ad spot right here and not have to worry about it. So yeah, 16. Okay. So welcome back for round 2. It looks like the audience starts us off on this one. Audience, it is either Young Frankenstein or Clue. And in a nine vote difference, Clue gets the audience's vote off of that one. Bubbles, is it Clue or Young Frankenstein?
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trust Freddie's opinion on Clue and it being a really good movie. And I'm going to go with Clue.
I still can't believe you've never seen Clue, to be honest. Like, it's just crazy. Uh, and of course, I'm gonna go for Clue as well. I'm not a huge fan of Young Frankenstein even to start with, so I'm gonna go with Clue. This ended up being uh, Tim Curry versus Gene Wilder in this situation, and Tim Curry beat the living crap out of Gene Wilder. Speaking of that, number 9, uh, not number 9. Yeah, it's number 9 for Cheyenne, and she says it's because of Gene Wilder. So Gene Wilder gets number 9 spot off that one, but it does leave us leaving Clue to move on to the next round.
I think 9 would have actually been a really good fit for this. I feel like 9 probably would have been better than Freaky Friday for our
Yeah, I
list.
agree with you, but like
And I didn't think about it until you said it just now.
even then, it's
It's still not a Halloween movie.
no. Freaky Friday at least showed up on the Halloween movie list. 9 did.
There.
So, because these are not movies that I just randomly pulled out of my ass. These are stuff that I actually did the 5 seconds to Google and everything else along those lines. So, because that's how we do it. We spend the time on this show to do
Yes.
the proper 5 seconds of research. Clue moves on 3-0 to the next round. Bubbles starts us off. Bubbles, is it Monster House or Casper?
Well, fuck us. Jesus. This is
I mean,
terrible.
we're a little
Karen,
far away from each other, but
what did we do to ourselves?
something not medically safe.
Right? You know what? I think I'm going to go with Monster House. I love Casper, but there's so much that just happens in Monster House and it's a lot of fun.
I'm gonna go with Casper. Like I enjoy Monster House as a cute movie, but there's so many there's so many iconic scenes in Casper
Yeah.
that it's 30 years old this year.
Oh.
Yeah, 95. It was 30 years old this year. They're putting it back in theaters, which it's not going to come here, but I really wish it would, because that'd be one movie I actually kind of want to go see in theaters. But so Casper gets my vote. In a 10 vote difference, Monster House gets the audience vote. So Monster House will be moving on in a 2-1. I try to save it.
That's okay. You know what? Honestly, whichever one moved through, there is no way that like it was a bad choice. Like both of these movies are just so awesome in their own right. And I think I would rather watch Casper. I hope it does. I like now I have to go see if it's going to be here in town. But like we have a drive-in theater and I feel like that would be even better to watch it on. Go and set up the back of the truck or the back of the car, turn on those speakers, and just surround ourselves with some Casper? Totally. I'm down. I'm a call West Wing. Let's do this. Not a sponsor, but I mean, I might talk them into it.
I mean, we could all use them as a guest every once in a while. The Casper, by the way, for Cheyenne was number 23. The next up, I start this one off. It is either Buffy the Vampire Slayer or Corpse Bride. I think we can all agree this is going to be Corpse Bride. I mean, I agree with Corpse Bride. The audience, in a 1 vote difference, agrees that it's Corpse Bride. Bubbles, is it Corpse Bride or Buffy?
Should be more than a 1 vote difference,
Yeah, I
but
was thinking
I'm
that
going
too.
to definitely go with Corpse Bride. I really liked that one, actually.
Moves on to the next round. Audience starts us off. Audience, it is either Ghostbusters or Halloween Town, both in a three, both in a sweep last round, and it is a 25 vote difference for Ghostbusters. I think name value went in a lot into that one. Uh, Bubbles, is it Ghostbusters or Halloween Town?
I actually really like both of these. I'm going to go with Halloween Town since we are in a Halloween themed show. I know that Ghostbusters, they've got the ghosts and things like that, but I also don't think it's specific to Halloween, if I recall.
Nope. I think it's actually closer to Christmas because I think it's snowing.
Right. I was like, or it's definitely not like there's no trick or treat. They're just ghosts,
Yeah.
and the town's getting tore up, and we've got these guys that are like on. They're like, I'm on it. I'd trust them with my life.
Ghostbusters does have the entire one of my favorite lines of all time. It's like, yes, it is true. This man has no dick. Bill fucking Murray.
Right.
Halloween
Oh,
Town moves on 2-1 because I'll be voting for Halloween Town as well off of that one. Next up, Bubbles is back at it. Bubbles, is it Spirited Away or Coco?
it's gonna be Coco. Like I said, it took me a little bit to get on that like bandwagon, but I do. I love Coco. I think it's a great movie. It's very, very heartfelt. The songs I do randomly find myself just humming throughout the house. So again, although it took me a little bit of time to get on that, like that's my vote.
I'm gonna go for Coco as well. Uh, don't get me wrong, I appreciate Spirited Away, but like it's not anything major to me. Um, Spirited Away, however, goes. Sorry, audience, however, are going to go for Spirited Away on this one in a one vote difference. So it was really close as far as that one goes. But Coco moves on to the next round, 2-1. Catching up real quick. Uh, Spirited Away, number 20. Um, she writes, "Don't care about. I do not care about anime, but it deserves its flowers." So there's that one. Uh, Back to Ghostbusters, number 12, and then up to Buffy. Buffy is number 32. We only have 32 on this one. We didn't have 32 last week because, as I said last week, I did not give Bubbles the entire list. I forgot Bob Dole, but I'm pretty sure Bob Dole would have not hit 32. It would have been Rob Lowe because uh, I don't know that story, and I'm not going to get into it. But she did not have nice things to say. By the way, there was two movies that you ended up, sorry, two Bobs. You ended up coming down to a tiebreaker. It was Bob Marley and somebody else. I can't remember who it was, but it was two of them ended up being back to back, and it was like a one spot difference to ended up moving on. And I think Bob Marley was the one that moved on off of that one. So
I think
you
it was
did
like two artists. I think it was like Bob Marley and Bob Dylan, or Bob Marley and
no.
Bob.
Bob
C.
Dylan was pretty low on the list.
Was it Bob C? I feel like I had two like music artists right next to each other.
I couldn't tell you, and I can't remember. I erased the list. So,
That's okay.
but uh, anyway, but Buffy off of this one, number 32. She writes, Buffy, because fuck my ex who was obsessed with Buffy.
You know
So,
what? F the X, man. Like, fuck him.
I mean, not really. He doesn't get that kind of treatment, but
There we go. I guess fair enough, but like, I hope the X can never find the cool side of the pillow. May his
any of them.
pillow forever be warm.
Any of them. Coco moves on 2-1 to the next round. I start this one off. It is either It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, or Twilight. I'm gonna go for It's a Great Pumpkin. Don't get me wrong. Twilight's a decent-ish movie, but it is not a Halloween movie. It just has to do with vampires. That is perfectly it. Between It's a Great Pumpkin uh, and Twilight, it is a 39 vote difference for It's a Great Pumpkin. So Bubble, finish this out. Is it Pumpkin or Twilight?
I love my glittery vampires. And again, the only reason that this is getting a vote against it is because it's not a Halloween movie. And we are doing Halloween things, but it breaks my little Twilight teenage heart.
You sound disappointed.
And I am also going to go with the Great Pumpkin because it's just a classic. I was so disappointed. It was so hard to say that. Team Jacob.
What's really funny is that you didn't have to because it would have ended up being a 3 to uh it was would have ended up being a 2 to 1 because the Great Pumpkin moved on already. So
Well, I know that, but what kind of dick move would it have been for me to be like, I can't vote for this one because it's not a Halloween movie, and then here I go and vote for Twilight? I mean, like, I love Twilight, but I'm not Twilight enough to be a hypocrite right now.
let me refer back to the previous matchup, which was Twilight versus Garfield Halloween
That
Adventure.
was the first round, Freddie.
I'm just saying.
That was round one where I could just be whatever I wanted to pick, and now we have to talk business. Like we can't end with Twilight. Like, well, actually, when you know what, I haven't officially voted. Let's go ahead. Let's
Yes, you
just get.
did.
It doesn't end yet because my mouth is still running.
The Great Pumpkin moves on 3 to 0 to the next round. Audience starts us off after all that. It is either going to be Muppets Haunted Mansion or Beetlejuice.
Ooh,
In a oh, by the way, Twilight's number 6 for Shy. I'm trying not to forget her in this situation. For the audience, it is an 11 vote difference. Beetlejuice gets that particular vote. Bubbles, is it Beetlejuice or Muppets Haunted Mansion?
I do enjoy Beetlejuice, but I do love Muppets more. So Muppets is absolutely going to get my vote on this one.
And I am so happy you went that way. I'm going to go for Muppets as well. It's more of an anti Beetlejuice vote for me, but it is what it is.
I don't know. Like, would Beetlejuice be technically? I mean, like, it's a spooky one, clearly. But is it Halloween?
I mean,
Well, it's a year-round movie, actually. I think because like got
it's
several.
as much as Halloween as Ghostbusters is. And if anything, you could add the movie Monkey Bone in this situation too.
I did like that movie.
Yeah.
I
By the
think
way,
that's the first raunchy movie I was allowed to watch.
Monkey Bone will be in an upcoming tournament because we'll be talking about Brendan Fraser movies.
I love Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, it's going to be a Sweet 16 along with Paul Giamatti and Ben Stiller for our Three Wise Men. I'm still trying to figure out the Santa Baby situation. Like, I just don't know what we're going to do with that one. So,
Are we gonna dress up?
as a Santa Baby,
Yeah,
I mean, you're more than welcome to, but just remember this video is public.
that's okay.
I mean,
I think as long as nipples and cooch are covered, like, should be fine. I wish I was that brave.
I've often wondered about that. Like, if you don't have nipples, is it okay to show your breasts?
I feel like it should be.
I think
Honestly,
I think it should be okay. Period. Anyway, like it's not. I again, I've said this before. I don't get the big thing with boobs. They're just boobs.
I don't get why it's like treated as taboo as it is. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of like our first thing that feeds us in life. I'm not gonna lie, I was a public breastfeeder. I wasn't like rude about it, but I also wasn't smothering my kid with the blanket. Like, I'm not just like pulling it out. But I mean, if you're bothered because my child's head is there, like that's a weird hill to die on.
I just think the entire thing's stupid when it comes to that because it's a fatty mound of flesh.
Yeah.
And if you're so attracted to a fatty mound of flesh, wouldn't shouldn't thongs be outlawed too? Because that's
Right.
pretty much two fatty mounds of flesh right there.
Well, and I mean, because if you go to any public area that has water, I mean, the swimsuits that are out these days, I mean, really, they are just covering
That's it. Yeah.
nips and cracks. It's, I mean, like, you see it all. I mean, and why are you sitting there staring? Like, I have no business staring at somebody like that. It's just rude. I've been told don't stare. It's rude. So it's a, like, I mean, it makes sense to notice. People notice things, but I mean, like, if you're going to be inappropriate, that seems like a you problem, not a them problem.
And I think I'm a firm believer that a majority of people, when it comes to nudity, a majority of the backlash is actually on themselves. Like, I wouldn't want to go around nude, but one, I live in a cold state, and two, it's just it's not something I would want to do. Like, I don't even sleep naked, and that's in my own house.
Yeah.
Hell, half the time I don't even have sex naked. I usually have socks on. I know, it's so weird.
Socks on? That I'm
I
with
don't
you,
I
Freddie.
don't
That
use
one is weird.
I don't usually have the time to disrobe completely unless I'm fresh out of the shower. I usually have something on. I have kids. Sometimes we just don't have time to disrobe completely.
That's fair enough. I mean, honestly, I say it's weird with the sock thing, but I think that's just because I hate socks myself. So if I don't have my shoes on, like typically I also don't have socks on.
I'm gonna reach for something real quick.
Okay.
I don't know if that's gonna show up or not. Oh, you bastard! Why is the light being a bitch?
Right? Like it all of a sudden you're just
Yeah, it's just
glowing over there. It's like angelic.
anyway. I'm not gonna be able to show it for some fucking reason. The light's being a dick. It says
Right? It just all of a sudden did that. It was like,
Anyway, I have a sign that says "Get naked." Just kidding. This is a half bath. Don't make it weird. It would have been so much better if that actually showed up.
I absolutely love that.
I get weird signs all the time.
Oh,
I
it
have
might show up now. Your cat or the lighting changed. Oh, all it says is get naked.
there it is. Hold on.
There we go. That's cute. I like that.
Um, I have a bronze plate upstairs. It says "Dear passengers, the ship is sinking." Signed, the captain. On I'm getting I wear funny shirts too just because I can because of my job allows it. And one says I'm getting one in the mail soon. It says retired stripper.
Oh my god, I love that.
The and I have another one coming as well. It says uh, I've been nothing but sexy to you. Okay. Apparently we had an injury upstairs.
Oh,
Anyway, so we gotta
Okay, we'll go ahead. We'll keep it going,
Yeah,
and
there, yeah,
then
get
that
going.
way we can get to our babies.
Mm-hmm. Uh, all right, Muppets move on 2-1 to the next round. It looks like the last up in the round two is going to be Bubbles starts us off. Bubbles, is it Nightmare Before Christmas or Hocus Pocus?
Oh, because I really like these movies. Like,
You have lifelines.
I know I have lifelines. You know what? I'm going to give this one to my daughter. She absolutely loves Hocus Pocus or The Witches. And so that's usually her Halloween movie pick. So we're going to go with Hocus Pocus on this one.
Hocus Pocus gets a vote. I I can't. I had to go Nightmare Before Christmas on this one.
I understand.
I do enjoy Hocus Pocus. I love the fact that Tim from NCIS is in Hocus Pocus as well. Is really young one off of that one. But I also have love for Nightmare Before Christmas, even Oogie Boogie on this type of situation. Audience, by the way, between Hocus Pocus and Nightmare Before Christmas in a 13 vote difference off of that one is going for Nightmare Before Christmas. Moves on in another really cool matchup, 2-1. That is our final 8. We'll be right back right after this break. I get to talk to some amazing people because I have some amazing people as far as bastards on this crew. This week we have the lovely, the lovable, and the absolute one who loves to love. We have Bubbles. Bubbles, how you doing this week, dear love?
You
Tell
know
me
what?
about yourself.
I am doing fairly well. I mean, of course, we're in the Halloween season, and as many of our bastards know, I love to dress up and do makeup and things like that. Someday, I might even get brave enough to start learning how to do like the like cool big smiley teeth things and stuff like that. So that just takes time, and kids take time as well. So but other than that, I've been doing really well. I would also like to take a minute to give a little bit of a spotlight shine on my sister Andy and her partner Hollis in Kentucky with the Don't Call Me Lady. They have been doing lots of new music and shows and things like that. So I want to give my snaps and flowers to them as well. So that's it. That's about it
And
from me.
And of course, I'm your host, Freddie Fisher. I don't only host this show, but I host multiple other ones. You know what Bracket Bastard is? I don't have to explain it. Central Booking this upcoming week. We're doing our Halloween episode. We are talking about Halloween inspired wrestling gear, people in wrestling matches, and storylines, and a whole bunch of stuff along those lines. But what I want to focus on right now is the recasting call. The next movie we're doing is, of course, It's a Wonderful Life. And we're still looking for somebody for that one. So if somebody else there hears this and wants to recast the movie It's a Wonderful Life, we'll love to have you. And the replacements episode, which is out the first the first week of November, uh, will have the entirety of next year's schedule coming up on it. So if you're interested in doing a future episode, listen to that one or contact me and I will send you the list as far as that one goes. But other than that, know who I am, what I do, and some other stuff along the lines. Okay, so no lifelines have been used uh, as far as steal a vote or load, which is the only real two that matter because you can pass the parcel as much as you want. So you have these next four matchups are the last one for pass the parcel and steal a vote. Keep that in mind. Blowing a load goes all the way to the end of the round, end of the game. Uh, I start this one. Oh, sorry. Welcome back for round 3 and beyond. No more breaks after this one. I start this one off. It is going to be Clue or Coco. Don't get me wrong. I love Clue. Clue's an awesome movie. I can't wait to recast it for the casting call. But Coco was just so cute. And as far as a family, when I say a family Halloween movie, Coco is literally a family Halloween movie that is centered around Halloween and a version of Halloween that a lot of Americans don't actually get get to see. So
And
for
it's a beautiful representation
it
too.
is, it's a beautiful reputation of it, and I honestly don't think Clue is a Halloween movie at all. Before it was going against Young Frankenstein. Young Frankenstein is not really a Halloween movie. Um, and before that, it was Goosebumps, which is again scary but not really Halloween. So Halloween for Halloween, Coco gets my vote off the situation. Audience between Coco and Clue in a 19 vote difference. Clue gets that vote. Bubbles. Tie breaking decision. Is it Clue or Coco?
You know, since I love my Shy, I do want to go ahead and pass my parcel to Miss Shy.
In a 3 spot difference off of this one, Clue gets Shy's vote.
I'm a little surprised.
I was surprised off of that one too. Coco got spot number 19. Going back on the board, by the way, Beetlejuice got spot number 8, and Hocus Pocus got spot number 7 for Shy. Speaking of Shy, next up, audience starts us off. Audience, it is either Monster House or It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Sorry, it's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Off of this one, it's going to be It's the Great Pumpkin in a 31 vote difference off of that one. Gets a vote. Bubbles, Pumpkin, Monster House.
Audience, I'm usually on your side here. Like I typically follow audience, but nay, Monster House all the way. And that rhymed.
And I made sure to give Bubbles extra time just in case if she wanted to do something. She did not do it. I'm going to go for It's a Great Pumpkin off this situation. She had the ability to steal my vote and did not do it.
I did not. I did not see you going that way.
Really? It's a
I
Great
know
Pumpkin
you.
is like a classic.
I know that, but it's Monster House.
That one joke in that movie kind of makes the entire thing. Other than that, it's a cute movie. There's a lot of fun action. I may actually go watch that tonight just because I think it'd be kind of a cool thing to do. It's a Great Pumpkin moves on 2-1 to the next round. Bubbles starts us off. Bubbles. Is it Corpse Bride or Nightmare Before Christmas?
Ooh, fuck us. Damn. Why would we do this to ourselves? It's
I,
just disrespectful. You know what? I say it's disrespectful, but I feel like I came to the decision easily. I'm gonna go with Nightmare Before Christmas, just because it has more of that that classicness to it. I guess it's more. It Corpse Flight is obviously a classic, but it's not as classic as Nightmare Before Christmas. And you can watch Nightmare Before Christmas for 3 months of the year, and it's absolutely acceptable. Actually, you can watch it anytime, and it's acceptable, but it's more it's more reasonably acceptable at the end of the year.
so I'm. I think. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love Nightmare Before Christmas. It's the damn good movie. But I also think Nightmare Before Christmas gets a lot of representation when it comes to stuff. So I'm gonna go for Corpse Bride in this one. And did you just vote for Nightmare Before Christmas or Corpse Bride in this situation?
I did Nightmare.
Okay, because I put it in the same one. You were just smiling. So um, I'm like, did I write that in the wrong spot? Because I think whatever. Corpse Bride gets my vote, and since I believe in the underdog in situations, I'm going to steal the audience's vote, and I'm going to go for both on Corpse Bride in this situation. So no matter what, Corpse Bride will be moving on.
That's okay. There was nothing. You know what? No matter which one went through, there's no upsetness about it. Honestly, did the audience pick Nightmare?
The audience did, in a 21 vote difference off of this one. The audience decided to go for Nightmare Before Christmas. Monster House, by the way, for Shy was number 11. Uh, and Nightmare Before Christmas for Shy was number 1. So Shy's number 1 pick is officially off the board. You have one left in this situation. I start this one off. It is either going to be Halloween Town or Muppets Haunted Mansion. I'm going to go for Halloween Town off of the situation. It seems like a pretty easy fit for me. Audience, before Muppets and Halloween Town, it is a 2 vote difference also going for Muppets off of this one. So it is a tie-breaking decision. Bubbles, do you want to know who is facing in the next round? And it will release the final 4 matchups.
You know what? Like I said, I like a little magic. I like a little surprise, so we're going to keep it to ourselves.
Okay. Halloween Town or Muppets?
Um, I love the Muppets, and I happen to absolutely love Halloween Town. It's my first pick every year, so that's gotta be mine. Also, I'm going to go ahead and steal your vote as well. I don't know if this is the way that, or no, I'm going to steal the audience vote because they have been voting all kinds of wacky today. So I'm going to steal theirs and we're going to go with Halloween Town. We're going to let that one move on through.
Well, I mean, we already voted.
Oh, did you? I was not paying attention. Sorry, I had kids coming in.
That's all right.
And I was just telling them they had to be quiet, so I was not listening, and I apologize. I take that back, but I'm still
No,
voting on Halloween Town.
that's all right. And that was the last time you could use it. So the only person who stole a vote was me. Halloween Town does move on though, 2-1 to the next round.
Sweet.
To the final 4. Muppets, by the way, was number 26 for Shy off of that one. Paranorman, which I missed before, was 22. So we have our final 4. According to Shy, 2 of these are in the top 10, and the other 2 are not. So, audience starts us off. It is either Clue or It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, and it is going to be Pumpkin for that one in a 24 vote difference for It's a Great Pumpkin. Bubbles, is it Pumpkin or Clue?
It's going to be Pumpkin for me.
Gets another one. I'm going to trifecta that one. Pumpkin moves on.
So worth it.
3-0 to the next round. On the other side, Bubbles starts us off. Is it Halloween Town or Corpse Bride?
This is so uncomfortable.
I get that reaction a lot.
I'm going to go with Halloween Town. Again, I'm going to stay for the same reason. It's my first Halloween movie of the season.
Gets a vote. I'm going to go for Corpse Bride and let the audience figure this out. Just for shits and giggles.
I like that.
Corpse Bride is okay, and Halloween. Oh, you want to know the vote separation on these 2?
Yes. One
1 vote difference in this entire situation. For Shy, it is a 3-spot difference in this situation. And it by 1 vote, Corpse Bride ended up getting that one. So Halloween Town moves on to 3rd place possibilities.
That's okay. I'm not upset about that. The Halloween Town definitely had a good hard run on that. So, Corpse Bride again. That was a difficult one for me to pick through. So, it's a solid choice on all of us.
3rd place, I get to start off on this one. It is either going to be Clue or Halloween Town. Bubbles, I feel your strife on this one. I'm going to give you my Halloween Town vote.
Oh, thank you.
Audience, by the way, between Halloween Town and Clue, it is a No, that can't be right. Trying to do math of the situation. It is a 13. Yeah, 13 vote difference. Trying to do math in your head that quickly is just not my forte. 13 vote difference for Clue. So it is a tie-breaking decision coming down to Bubbles. Bubbles third place. Is it Clue or Halloween Town?
Oh, I think we know the obvious winner. No, just kidding. Halloween Town.
Gets a vote. Third place. Halloween Town moves on. It is finals. Audience starts us off. Corpse Bride or It's a Great Pumpkin. It's a Great Pumpkin ended up winning this entire thing for the audience, by the way. So they got their vote heard. It is a 36 vote difference for the Great Pumpkin. Bubbles, Corpse Bride or It's a Great Pumpkin?
I'm a little bit bitter about Corpse Bride beating out Halloween Town. No, I'm just kidding. But actually, I'm going to vote for the Great Pumpkin for the same reason that I voted for it the first time. Is it makes me think of my mother-in-law, who is a complete doll, and Great Pumpkin's going to be my vote.
I'm gonna go for Great Pumpkin as well. Corpse Bride is a good movie. It's not necessarily a Halloween movie. Like it has to do with death and ghosts and bones and everything else, but much like Nightmare Before Christmas, although Nightmare Before Christmas is at least based around Halloween, at least
Yeah.
starting around Halloween. So it's it is what it is. I'm gonna go for It's a Great Pumpkin just for that particular reason. So Pumpkin first place, Corpse Bride gets second, Halloween Town third, and Clue finishes out in fourth place. That is our show this week. You can find Bubbles at.
You can find me right here on Bracket Bastards, or you can also find me on TikTok under Bubbles the Senator as well.
And of course, I'm your host, Freddie Fish. You can find me at that on Facebook. While you're on Facebook, check out Bracket Bash the audience vote. Currently, as we record, the John Candy episode, the John Candy tournament is in its finals situation. I believe it's the Great Outdoors versus Spaceballs. Ended up making it to the final situation. After that, we have time travel movies, which is what I'll be setting up tonight. Uh, we'll be skipping a week on the Bastard situation, although I will have a random tournament up there for something I don't know what it's going to be. But because that week for Bastards, I'm hopefully going to have as many Bastards here as I can because it is our 4th birthday. We've been doing this for 4 fucking years, for God's sake. I don't know how the hell that happened. And then finishing out the fall season with killer one-liners, starting off the holiday season with Santa Baby, The Three Wise Men, and Best in Death, and finally to finishing out the year, we're going to be talking about the best of the 2025 winners of the movies, at least, or stuff that attached to it for the 2025 year to find our winner for this year. So that's what we're going to do on that one. On Twitter, I'm at Fisher777. We're all at Bracket Pod on Instagram. As always, you can find me. Can't lick me. Not one word. I like to leave every single show with a quote, as you guys know. And today's quote comes from Nightmare Before Christmas, which did not win today's show. However, it is Jack Skellington. It says, "Just because I cannot see it doesn't mean I can't believe it." That is our show this week, guys. Have a good one.
Bye.